There is bullish news for Aerodrome. Let's first take a look at the price action and take a look at technical analysis. Looking at the 2-hour chart, we do see that we're holding up very well in this range right here, in this consolidation zone from about $1.59 to $1.66, and we're holding that zone very well right now. As you can see, we've bounced off it about 2 times now, and we've bounced off it multiple times in the past as well. So we're definitely going to continue holding this zone, and if we break the zone, then look for this zone from 132 to 141 for further consolidation. Now, looking at potential future breakout zones, I did talk about this in other videos, but look to aim for this 243 range. This is going to be, I believe, where the next breakout is going to place us, and even further going on upwards, we do have this $3.13 zone that we can potentially break out to. So keep in mind that we could very well break into those new highs very soon, especially if we get a pump of Bitcoin after the halving. Now, just looking at the holistic chart, I wanted to bring up some past price action that we did have that is very similar to what's playing out right now. So as you can see in, around March of this year, so about a month ago, we of course were consolidating at that 70-cent range. We hit a high right here. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit further. So we had a high of about 83 cents, and then we consolidated back down into that 63-cent zone. We went back up again to 83 cents, consolidated, went back up, consolidated, and then we broke out. So we basically, what we did was we had another move up, right? And then consolidation, move up again, consolidation, move up, consolidation, and then breakout. And I believe that that's very similar to what's happening right now. As you can see, the price action right now is very similar. So we had, of course, the breakout, and then we had a local top right here, and then consolidation to the downwards, right? Breakout, more consolidation. We had this fake breakout right here, basically to this 243 zone, but this fake breakout was basically rejected because Bitcoin dropped on that same day. So all altcoins, dropped like 20-30%. But so we're back in that consolidation zone. So I think what could very well happen is right now, of course, we're in this consolidation zone. We can make another move down, which we're doing right now, and then we're gonna make another move up, touch once again this local high, and then we're gonna consolidate even more, and then eventually we are going to break out. We're just going to see a couple more weeks of consolidation, much like how we saw consolidation in these lower zones as well. We're going to see the same type of pattern form in these upper zones. Of course, all of this depends on what Bitcoin does. Looking at the macro view, right? Looking at the entire crypto market, which is determined by Bitcoin, as you have to realize that Bitcoin basically controls the market. Your altcoins are going to follow the trajectory of Bitcoin, especially when Bitcoin dominance is at an all-time high right now. Right now, Bitcoin dominance is at the 57% range, and it's going up. It's actually shooting up right now because all of your altcoins are dropping. And I believe that this most recent dip that we're having is not going to last too long. I believe this is the monthly chart, and as you can see, right, in 2017 we had this giant red candle, right? We dropped probably like 20% in price for Bitcoin. And then right after this red candle, we had a massive bull run, followed by, of course, the bear market. Same thing in 2020. We had less of a red candle. We had a small green candle that had a long wick, but then once again, bull market started right after. I think right now in 2024, we're kind of experiencing that same thing, especially similar to what happened in 2017, because once again, look, we're at all-time highs. Right now, we are also at all-time highs. So I believe that we're going to have this red candle, which we're having right now. That was basically the correction from 72K all the way down to 60K, or maybe even 59. And what we're seeing right now is we're seeing this red candle hit, and eventually in a couple of weeks to maybe a couple of months, we're going to see this happen. We're going to see a massive, massive bull run start. And this is really good news for your altcoins. Once we see this happen, once we see Bitcoin start peaking out maybe around 140K, that's when you see altcoin season all of your altcoins are going to do anywhere from a 3 to 10x, in my opinion, all of your main altcoins, that is. And something like Aerodrome is going to do massive numbers. Once again, Bitcoin, is oversold right now, right? So I believe that the dip we're having right now is not going to last forever. I do believe we're going to see newer highs in Bitcoin very soon, which means that your altcoins, of course, are all going to do well. Now, looking at one of the other reasons, right, that I'm so bullish on Aerodrome, I did the price analysis, I did the macro Bitcoin analysis, right? All of these things line up. My price targets of 240 and 310 for the short term, I think that's very possible. But looking more long term, right, where do I think Aerodrome is going to go in the long term, right? I think I said it in a lot of my previous videos, but I think from this price, right, from about, let's say $2 right now, we can definitely expect a 10x. So I would expect minimum $20 and upwards of anywhere from $40 to $50 I can see as well. So that would be, anywhere from a 10x to like a 20 to 25x, I think is definitely doable. And one of the main reasons, right, and one of the main topics of this video is this. Coinbase is developing a wallet called the Coinbase Smartwallet. It's different from the Coinbase wallet that you guys might be familiar with if you use Coinbase. And the Smart Wallet basically is going to combine Web 2 with Web 3. So it's going to use Web 2 login, which means, logging in with the username and password or email and password. You don't have to have a seed phrase and store your seed phrase and potentially lose it. That's kind of that Web 3 login. No, this is Web 2. Basically a very simple login, something that's going to be very simple for a lot of those retail investors that eventually come in the peak of the bull run. And the Smart Wallet is also going to be cross-chain. It's going to completely change the way that retail investors trade. It's going to bring millions and millions of users onto the Coinbase platform and into the Base ecosystem. And as you guys know, Aerodrome is the #1 decentralized exchange on Base. It's the #1 DeFi project on Base as well. And this smart wallet is going to bring so many new users to Coinbase and to the Base ecosystem. Coinbase has over 100 million users right now, and I do believe that number will increase by a lot. So let's say conservatively, right, we have 150 million users in the peak of the bull run, which is very conservative. I can easily see us having 200 million, 300 million, 400 million users by the peak of the bull run. Let's just say 150, maybe 200 million new users. And basically what Coinbase Smart Wallet is going to do is going to incentivize these people to trade on the Base ecosystem, to buy coins on the Base ecosystem. And of course, the #1 DEX on the Base ecosystem is Aerodrome, right? They're going to see Aerodrome, front and center on their Coinbase Smart Wallet, and they're going to be curious about it. They're going to learn more about it. They're going to be bullish on it. It's all meant to be. Base is meant to succeed, right? It has so much funding. It has so many people behind it, and picking the top projects on Base is going to be the way to go, in my opinion. So, of course, activity on Base has been picking up, right? Jesse Pollack thinks that this smart wallet is the most consequential consumer wallet launched in the last 5 years. It's going to make cryptocurrency so easy for retail investors, right? It basically removes all of the blockchain gibberish that you get with your other decentralized wallets like MetaMask, like Phantom, right? Those wallets are typically hard to use for the new investor that's just been introduced to the crypto space. So this new smart wallet makes it so easy for these people to be able to trade assets on Base. Aerodrome, the #1 DeFi project on Base. I think I've mentioned this so many times. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but that's the truth. This is my most bullish DeFi project. I actually recently picked up more and more Aerodrome on both of the dips, right? On the dip 2 days ago and also on the dip today as well. I've been picking up Aerodrome in that 160 range. So if it drops back down again, I will continue picking up this project because I am just so bullish on it. #1 DEX on Aerodrome, no competitors, pretty low market cap, on a very hot narrative, on a very hot chain. I just love this project so much, guys. And when I say no competitors, I mean no direct competitors. There's not another decentralized exchange on Base that has even close to the amount of volume that Aerodrome has. Of course, there's other DeFi projects as well that could be considered competitors. There's two projects I'm really bullish on. One being Extra Finance. I made one video on it. Please check that video out because I think Extra Finance will do very well also. But there's also another project that I recently found that I'm very bullish on as well. It's been consolidating for a little bit now, so I think it could be a good entry. If you want to see a video on that project, please leave a comment down below. But yeah, this is going to be the end of the video, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.